Hey, Owen. I just finished with all the paperwork at the nursing home. Your mom has been safely admitted without trouble. She said she likes her room.
Okay. You must be glad she's not your responsibility anymore. You can live without burden.
Why do you say things like that?
It's true, though. Without her at home, you'll have nothing to do. Now you get to be a bored, full-time housewife.
There are a lot of things I have to do around the house as a housemaker. Besides, I will be visiting her every week.
Well, obviously. Still, it's so much better than taking care of her at home 24/7.
You're right. But I don't make it sound like you did anything for her. I took care of her, not you.
Excuse me? You live off what I make at work. I have the right to say whatever I want.
You may. But I don't think you understand anything about taking care of an elderly at home. The past 5 years have been really hard for me.
Yeah, right. I don't think you understand how hard it is to work for your family day and night. Don't be so full of yourself just because you took care of my mom.
I'm not being full of myself.
Yes, you are. It means you think you're better if you talk back to me. But you don't get to do that. Not when you don't even make a penny.
If it were a job to take care of your mom, I would have made a lot by now.
Give me a break, woman. You know nothing about making money or caregiving. See, this is why I hate talking to housewives. None of you have a sense of professionalism.
I will gladly work again. Think about it. Your mom is in a nursing home now. The kids are in college. If you think I'll be bored, then I will find a job.
You? Work? This is hilarious. How long has it been since you last had a job? Why on earth do you think you'll be of any use for any kind of job?
You don't know that. It's true I haven't worked in a while, but it doesn't mean I have never worked. Surely there is something out there I can do.
Don't embarrass yourself. You think you can do these things, but you can't. And no one would hire an old woman like you.
I think I would be able to find something at nursing homes. Perhaps as a housekeeper in the facility, or even a caregiver. I do have hands-on experience with your mother.
You're not even trained. Anyone can take care of their family in their own home. And I think you are forgetting that you have to do your own housekeeping. Will you do all the chores perfectly? Without any compromise?
I think I can if I only work part-time. I have taken care of your mom while I do all the housework, so I don't think it's impossible.
Well, it is impossible. Once you start working, you'll end up doing overtime because of this and that and blah, 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 blah. I can easily imagine you slacking on chores. Wait a minute. Are you saying you want to get a job because you don't want to do housework?
What? No, Owen.
I'm probably right. Or you just want cash now that you have time to play around.
You really don't trust me, do you? I'm only suggesting to work because you keep saying I live off of what you make. If you don't like paying everything for me, then I'm saying I am happy to provide for myself.
Nothing good comes out of women with money. You know, just keep your mouth shut and do as I say. You won't find any job anyway. No one will want you.
Sure, whatever.
It's best for a woman to stand behind her husband and do as he says. Try not to piss me off, especially now that you're old and worthless. Erica, where the hell is my lunch?
It's in the fridge. Do you not see it?
Making me warm my own food?
Yes? I hope you don't mind me to do that for you.
Why the hell do I have to do a chore on a day off? It's your damn job to have food ready so that I can eat it as soon as I want it!
I told you I was seeing your mother today. I specifically told you that you'll be eating on your own if you're not visiting her with me. How am I supposed to warm your food while being at her nursing home, huh?
I'll not eat such cold food!
That's what microwaves are for. Do you not know how to use it?
I should be your priority, not my mother! Why the hell did you not prepare my food before you went off to see her?
The food that is in front of you right now, see it? I made that for you before I left. I put it in the fridge so that it stays fresh. Now, all you need to do is put it in the microwave and warm it up for a couple of minutes. You know, if you can't even do that, you are going to have a lot of trouble in the future.
Why the hell would I have any trouble?
You don't know if I'll be around forever. Anything could happen to me. What are you going to do then? You should stop being dependent on me.
What, dependent on you? Who the hell makes money to put food on your table?
You do.
If you know that, why can't you listen to what I say? How many times do I have to tell you? You always forget anything I say in seconds. You're dumber than a chicken.
It's not that I don't understand that you pay for me. I am just worried for you. You don't know what life has in store for you.
Sure I do. I have nothing to worry about as long as you do as I say. And that includes you not getting sick while I'm alive. You will manage your health so that you can take care of me and do your role.
Owen, you know I can't control everything. I could end up with a terminal illness or get hit by a car tomorrow. Stop acting like a child.
You're the one disobeying me like a child. Why won't you listen to me? Just come home now!
What? Even if I leave now, it will take me an hour to get home.
I said come home!
You would rather wait an hour than use their microwave for a couple of minutes? The food is right in front of you.
You need to do your job.
Owen, seriously?
I have never been more serious. I'm telling you that you need to complete the task you are required of.
I can't come home just yet. I have a meeting about your mother with the caregivers in the afternoon. You will have to warm your food by yourself.
You still want to argue with me?
I really prefer not to.
What is wrong with you? You can't have an attitude with me. I'll kick you out of the house. In fact, I don't have a problem if you don't come home at all.
I'm sorry, but no matter what you say, I can't come home at the moment. I have my obligations to your mother and caregivers too. I will not spare it to warm your food. If you don't want to warm it yourself, then you will have to wait for me to come home after the meeting.
I said, come home now! I'm serious! You've pissed me off badly, Erica! If you don't come home now, your life is over. Are you there? Hello? Reply to me, bitch! Erica, how long are you going to refuse to do your job? You need to do the chores.
I have not refused. You don't see it, but I've actually done some housework so that the house doesn't become dump.
Some housework? Give me a break! Cleaning is not the only work you need to do. You don't wake me in the morning, don't even say hello. Do you make me eat on my own? What kind of a wife are you?
You can wake yourself up in the morning. You're not in elementary school. Besides, the food you eat on your own is still prepared by me. And I don't say hello to you because you have been ignoring me. Was I supposed to say hello anyway if you ignore me? Why should I try to be nice when you're not?
You don't understand what it means to be a wife.
I do though, and from what I understand, being a wife is different from being a mother. You are an adult for crying out loud. You are an old man. It's quite embarrassing for a bloke like you to fully depend on a woman to get by.
Hey! Watch yourself. You get to live a decent life because I earn money. If you continue on with that attitude, I'll kick you out. I can disown you anytime. I have the authority to do that. You should try not to piss me off more than you already have.
I really don't care if you decide to disown me. But you should know that I'm not the one leaving this house. You are.
What, have you gotten mad? This is my house. No one is being kicked out but you.
Too bad, Owen. You see, this house is actually mine now. Your mom transferred the ownership of this house to me.
My mom did what?
Yep, you read right.
Why on earth would you do something like that?
Probably because you never did anything for her. You dumped everything on me, and she knew that. I should note that both of us also know that you were having an affair with another woman while I was busy taking care of your mom. She left you though, didn't she? But I'll be taking legal actions for putting me under distress.
What are you talking about? You don't have any proof.
Don't underestimate me, Owen. Of course I do. You acted like you owned me or something. Treated me like a slave all along. Your mom knew it and had a lot of sympathy for me. You should be ashamed that you made your elderly mother apologize for your behavior. It was her idea to join a nursing home because she didn't want me to live like this any longer. And when she did, she had all documents prepared so that she could transfer the ownership of this house. I now have the legal right to ask you to move out. So, like I said, you're the one getting kicked out. You better start packing the moment you get back from work.
Why am I hearing this now? Why didn't you tell me? You can't just suddenly make me move out!
You were telling me to get out a few minutes ago, though. You're telling me that you can, but not me? Well, you should try to understand that the wheels have turned. You can't act like a child and refuse to be treated the way you were treating others.
My mom would not choose you over me! You two didn't even get along when we began to live in the same house!
But I still treated her with respect and took care of her. It didn't take long for her to realize I wasn't a bad person. Or that her own son, on the other hand, was.
Wait, you need to give me a minute. I'm not following any of this.
It doesn't matter if you do. Even if you don't understand, it won't change a thing. You are leaving this house immediately. By the way, I don't think I need to mention this, but we are obviously getting a divorce. My lawyer will be contacting you with the details.
Erica, let's not be emotional. We should sit down and talk this through.
What? But you were ready to kick me out. What is there to talk about?
About our future, of course. Even if you own the house, how are you gonna make a living? It'll be too difficult for you to find a job.
Everything will be fine, because I got myself a full-time job.
Huh?
I never told you, but I started a part-time job a little while ago at a nursing home as a caregiver. They were impressed with the knowledge I had and offered me a full-time position. I told them you were about to kick me out, and they have been nothing but supportive.
They must be desperate to hire someone like you.
Caregivers are needed everywhere, you know? So my hands-on experience and qualification made me a great candidate for a lot of jobs in the market.
Wait, what? You don't have any kind of qualifications?
I do. I completed all the requirements while I was taking care of your mom. She really helped me with it, you know? So now you know. I have absolutely no problem if we get a divorce. In fact, I strongly prefer it now, so that is the direction we'll be heading. Pack your things tonight and go. You no longer belong in this house. Hi, Owen. I packed your stuff and they can be picked up anytime. As usual, I did everything for you. Now all you have to do is take them with you, and I really hope that will be soon.
Erica, please wait! We haven't finished talking!
But it's been a couple of days since our last conversation. I patiently waited, but you still haven't packed your stuff. I said you were getting kicked out, so get moving.
I don't want to go!
Sorry, I wasn't asking about your feelings. Aren't you embarrassed you still need me to do everything for you? I can't believe I had to pack your stuff after telling you everything.
I wasn't planning on packing anything!
Why not? Do you mean I could just throw everything away?
No, of course not! I don't want to get a divorce!
Oh. Well, sorry you changed your mind, but it doesn't matter to me. I wish to get a divorce very strongly. I hope we could settle things between ourselves, but it looks like we need our lawyers too, after all. I will inform him that you will reach him.
I said wait! You can't just ignore me and decide on everything! Just hold on a second, will ya?
I can't, Owen. I must go on with my life. And I have already given you a couple of days. I can't give you any more time. I want to clear the house before I officially start as full-time next month.
What do you mean you want to clear the house?
I'm selling it. I have to clean it while I have the time.
You're selling my house? Are you mad? You can't sell what my mother just gave you!
First of all, it's not your house, it's mine. And second, she knows about it. In fact, she recommended I sell the house when she transferred the ownership.
I tried to reach her to clarify things, but the staff won't let me in! They won't even transfer my phone calls.
Because she told me not to. She doesn't like how you yell when you get excited and worries you would scare everyone. It's not healthy, especially for the elderly folks. And for your information, she's not interested in seeing you either.
This is absurd! Her selling the house I grew up in! where I made lots of great memories with my family, and you were ambushing me to a divorce. What have I worked for all these years?
Don't pretend like you ever worked for your family. You barely handed me enough to put food on the table. Yet, you would always complain how boring my cooking was, and you were such a cheapskate about what the kids could buy. Even if they needed something for school, you would complain that they were being greedy. Do you know I used to pay from the money I saved before marrying you? And then I had to ask my parents sometimes if they would pitch in.
I've always worked for my family.
Is that so? Well, I'm sorry, but it never seemed like it. And it's kind of hard to believe since you had that girlfriend of yours. It's not really convincing now, is it? To say you worked for your family while you betrayed them. Besides, you treated me horribly. You thought I was a slave or something, didn't you?
Of course not!
Well, then how could you have mistreated me for years? I am human too. If you say or do nasty things to me, I get hurt. The reason why I'm divorcing you is because I can't let you hurt me anymore. I refuse to be your punching bag.
Erica, I'm sorry!
It's way too late for an apology. How could I accept it, huh?
I don't want our marriage to be over. These past couple of days, I've been reflecting on what I've done to you. And how I've been dependent on you. Please give me a chance to make it all up to you. I will make sure I learn how to handle things on my own.
You see, I have given you many chances, but instead of listening, you explode every time, telling me that I was being disobedient. You never changed in the past, so I firmly believe you won't be able to change one bit in the future. That is why we are getting a divorce.
I'm sorry. I deeply regret what I have done. I'm begging you not to abandon me, please! I can't live without you, Erica!
How pathetic. I thought I was old and worthless to you, that I only needed to obey you.
I wasn't being serious, I swear!
Even if you didn't mean it, it still hurt me. You hurt me countless times. You can't take it back now. An apology is way overdue and will not be accepted.
Erica, don't leave me! You can live however you please from now on. You have my full support. Please don't say you're divorcing me. Please, take me back!
No. You did this to yourself, Owen. I can live on my own. You should learn how to as well. Maybe start by learning how to use the microwave. Owen had a hard time accepting reality, and our conversation didn't move forward for weeks. I had finally had enough and left everything in the hands of my lawyer after a while. Thanks to them, our divorce was filed 6 months later. Foreseeing a divorce in the future, I had been collecting proof of his infidelity and abuse for several years. The collection was more than enough to confirm my grounds. It helped me win a significant amount of consolation money, as well as divisions of assets. I was very pleased with the outcome, that he finally got what he deserved. He refused to leave the house for a while, so I ended up calling the police to remove him. I sent his belongings to a storage to clear the house, and shortly after, the property was successfully sold. The last time I saw him in court, he was wearing a tired, wrinkled shirt that made him look very miserable. I heard rumors that he found himself a small condo, but because he doesn't know how to do any housework, his home is literally full of trash. I bet he still doesn't know how to wash or iron clothes, or take out the trash. Owen should know by now how much I have done for him all those years, and regret that he ever mistreated me. After our divorce, I invited my children for a celebration. My kids always knew what a horrible husband he was to me, and supported me throughout the divorce. It looks like he has contacted them multiple times for help, but knowing he would manipulate them, the kids have chosen to ignore him. As for me, I have gotten used to my full-time job as a caregiver. It has been a very long time since I've last had a job, but thankfully, I have been able to enjoy it. I am grateful for my mother-in-law for pushing me forward, and for my coworkers for giving me the opportunity to start a new life.
Hey, Mark! Mark, my old pal! Mark, say something! Don't ignore me! What? I'm not ignoring you. What's up, amigo? Finally! Why haven't you written back? Why? Do you seriously not know why? It's a weekday. Huh? It's noon on a weekday, dude. I'm hard at work. Yeah, really? It's a weekday? You're working? Yup, it's a weekday. Not just that, it's Wednesday. Literally the middle of the week. I'm right in the middle of work. No kidding. I have no idea what day it is. Sorry. I know you're a freelancer, but you should really get out of the house every once in a while. And Company Drone should take some time to relax at home. Come to think of it, I haven't really had any real time off lately. Let's grab a drink sometime. Yeah, let's booze it up. Let's go. I've really been wanting to chat about old times. You always talk about the same stuff every time I see you. It's always old middle school track stories or something. Yeah, because those were great times. Well, you're not wrong. Anyway, this time I've got something else to tell you. Kind of an important announcement. Big news. Is that what's got you so excited? Yep. I'd like to meet up and tell you in person. A big announcement. Sounds intriguing. Can you just tell me now? I can wait until we meet up. Besides, you're in the middle of work, right? Focus on work, office boy. Actually, I'm officially on my lunch break right now, so let's hear it. Well, if you're so eager that you can't even work, then I guess I could tell you. I'm married. Chad, a married man. Wait, you're married? You said you are married? Not getting married? That's right. I should have told you sooner, I know. But I'm married. +1 to the Berg family. Well, kinda. Maybe -1? What do you mean -1? Did you take her name or something? Actually, yeah. Ah, nice. Well, anyway, congrats. Actually, perfect timing. I guess there's something I should probably tell you too. Oh yeah? You got news as well? Good news, bad news? Good news. Actually, I'm married also. Not on paper, but common law. Ah, congratulations! Common law's getting pretty common recently, I heard. Since a lot of people don't want to change the name anyway. Yeah, we thought about it a bit. But she's got a pretty rare last name, so she doesn't really want to change it. And my parents don't care about passing on the family name or anything. Oh, your wife has an interesting last name too? Too? Your wife has an interesting last name? Yeah, and since I'm the second son anyway, and she didn't want to change her name, I figured I might as well take hers. So we've both got married around the same time to women with interesting names. That's why we're such good friends. We've always been totally in sync. So what's she like? She's perfect. Humble, sweet, cute, always smells like flowers. Smells like flowers? Sounds like you're pretty bewitched. Nah, maybe. Do you know Karen from the flower shop by the library? Yeah, that's my wife, actually. What about her? Your wife? She's my wife. Huh? What the fuck? You mean PP Flowers, near the library? Yeah, Karen. Wait. Her last name is Power? Yeah. Karen Power. Your wife? Same. What the fuck? That's my wife. No, that's my wife. Maybe there's 2 Karen Powers that work at the flower shop? There's no way. Oh, I have a headache. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. A bad feeling? This is a nightmare. Let me message her. It's better if you don't say anything. Does she live with you? Okay. You alright? You know what? Let's meet up after you finish work. We should get all the facts straight. Got it. Good idea. I really have to get back to work right now or I'm gonna get canned. I'll message you when I'm done. Hey, babe.
Hey, sweetie. How was your day? You're off today, right?
It's a weekday, so I had to work as usual. Where are you?
I'm just at home. Why?
I just felt like talking with you.
Aw, that's so sweet.
We're married, right?
Even though I'm not changing my name, we are still married. Thank you for being so understanding about this.
Of course, I definitely got not wanting to change your name. But I've got something that I want to ask you. I was just wondering if you had dated anyone else before me. Especially if there was anyone you considered getting married to.
Are you jealous? That's so cute. Of course I dated people before you. But you're the first person I ever got as far as even thinking about marrying.
Oh, really? I was the first person you ever thought about marrying?
So there's no reason to be jealous.
Anyway, Karen, you're not hiding anything from me, are you?
What do you mean?
Well, I saw...
Saw what?
It's going back a bit, but didn't you pass by my office about 2 weeks ago? I looked out the window and I saw you walking by with some guy.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I've got an older brother.
A brother?
Sorry I didn't tell you. But like you said, I went out with my brother about 2 weeks ago. I guess we did pass right by your office then. Looking at it now, I can see why you might have been jealous, but it was just my brother. So please don't be jealous. Oh, I'm so worried now.
Ah, okay, it was your brother. Would you mind telling me what his name is?
His name? Well...
What do you mean, well?
Oh, nothing. Chad. His name's Chad.
Ah, bingo! Actually, I got a message from Chad today. He said he got married. You see where this is going, right? He said his wife's name was Karen Power, and that she works at the flower shop near the library. Now, why do you think he would tell me that his wife has the same name and job as you?
No idea? Hold on. Actually, there's another girl at my work with the same name.
That's enough, don't you think? Fun's over. I lied about seeing you near my work 2 weeks ago. But it's true that you walked by with Chad, isn't it? He told me. Don't even bother with excuses. Chad and I have been friends since middle school.
What?
Why did you lie? Why did you do this?
What a pain.
What?
After I went through all the trouble of finding both a poor but reliable salaryman and a highly paid freelancer. You guys are friends from school. Are you kidding me? I did my research and everything. And then dropped the ball right in front of the end zone.
Maybe start with a little bit of remorse before you start your analysis?
Ugh. I was gonna make bank off you idiots. This is just great.
Okay, so this is the real you then? Me and Chad were just there to line your wallet? This is ridiculous.
Well, I'm hot, and that's all that really matters in this world. When you're hot, you can get away with anything. Well, as long as you only mess with stupid guys.
Didn't you realize you'd get caught?
Like I said, not by stupid guys. Setting you aside, Chad is head over heels for me. He'll lap up even the worst excuse. Hook, line, and sinker. Anyway, I've got no use for you anymore, so take a hike.
You know I've got this conversation as proof, right?
In this day and age, anyone can fake a conversation like this. Completely worthless.
You don't think there's a risk he would be convinced, even if I showed him in real life?
There's no reason the two of you would meet in real life. Hold on a second. You said that he messaged you. Your middle school friends.
Yup. Speaking of being stupid, I'm looking right into your house right now.
My house.
Well, I guess I should say your parents' house. Anyway, I'm looking right at the front door.
That's Chad's car? Wait. Why are you with Chad?
Honey, I'm home. So this is your parents' house, huh? It's huge. You even lied about your parents being gone. You really had me going. But actually, you've been living here with Chad, huh? You must be pretty well off to be able to afford that second place where we always meet. And yet you've been pretending that your parents tossed you out and you could barely make ends meet? You know I actually don't have parents, right? I thought it was really fate. Meeting someone who had been through the same hardship and could understand my pain. I'm beyond words right now.
Hold on a second. There's been some kind of mistake.
There's no mistake. I met up with Chad as soon as I finished work. We checked each other's messages and made sure we understood the situation completely.
What?
Let's get your parents involved, and the five of us can all have a nice chat. Buckle up. Karen's parents live in what you might call a mansion. Right after that, Chad and I barged into the house. Her parents were completely shocked. Karen climbed out of a window and ran off. But Chad and I were both on the track team in middle school and high school, so there was never really any hope of her getting away. Afterwards, the five of us had a long and serious talk. We agreed that Karen would pay both me and Chad compensation for damages, and we would cut ties with her. We both ended up receiving several payments. Sorting this situation out has been a huge relief. I figured Karen's parents would end up just shouldering all of the payments. But contrary to my expectations, they decided to hold her accountable. Karen had to quit her nice, easy job at the flower shop by the library. And now she's working tirelessly morning and night to pay back all the money her parents had to cover. Chad and I were kind of curious about what exactly she was doing, so we asked her parents about it once. But they told us we were better off not knowing. About a year later, Chad and I were both dating new people. And you better believe that the very first thing we did was make sure they weren't the same person.